Hello friends, welcome to CSS tutorial. In this video, we will see how to control element overlap via the z-index property. So when we perform absolute positioning, there will be often a possibility of overlap. So it depends on how you are performing the positioning, also the content width. So because of content width and the absolute positioning, one element may go and overlap with another element, especially when you perform a fixed width. The element added later sits above the previous element, so that's the default. Just like stack, last in will be on the top. Say for example, this is the element you added and you specified width and height for it. Then you added one more element and you positioned it like this. So at present the element is not overlapping. When content grows without any scrolling, then there will be a possibility of overlap. So when content grows here, it may overlap with the other element. So this kind of overlap can be adjusted using the z-index property. Say for example, if this element is added first and this one is added next, the second element will stay on top of the first element. Thereby the content of the second element overlaps the content of the first element, or it hides the content which I am marking here, right? This content will be hidden by the second content. So that's the default behavior. The element which you place in the last stays on top of the previous element. So if this is the element added third, then it will overlap the content of second element. So the default behavior that can be changed using the z-index property. This property takes a number. So the higher number element overlaps the lower number element. So it doesn't matter in which order you added the element. Say for example, if you have z-index for this one as 1 and this one as 2 and this as 3, then the element, since this is the higher number element, it will stay on top of the lower number element. So that's the z-index property. And by changing the number, you can switch this. So if we kept this as 2 and this one as 1, this will come down and this will move up. That way you can control the overlap. Now let's see this overlap with an example so that we can easily understand how overlap can be controlled using the z-index property. Now let's go to the demo. So here is our HTML content, and the HTML contains 3 div tags. So we will save the content. And in the right side browser, you can see 3 div tag. Now we will apply box property to the div tag, then control the overlap using the z-index property. So to explore this, here we are adding the property for this div, first div, background color, width, content width 300 pixel, padding 15 pixel, and we are setting absolute position from top 30 pixel. It will come down, and z-index here we are giving 2. So now let's save the content. Remember the z-index here is 2 for the div 1. So if you see, since we have the absolute position top 300 30 pixel, the content moved downward, thereby it is hiding the element div tag 3 or third div. Alright, now we will set up second div tag. So for second div tag, we are setting background color as azure, width 300 pixel, same as previous one, padding same as previous one, position is absolute position, top 60 pixel, previously top is 30 pixel. Now we are moving the second div tag further down in the first div tag, and left 40 pixel, that means it will move towards the left here, and z-index is 3. This means the second div tag will stay on top of the first one. Let us save the content, and if you see, this is the second div tag. It moved down further and staying on top of the first div tag, because here we specified z-index as 3. Now we will go ahead with the third div tag, and if you see, position is absolute, top is 2 pixel, that means it will stay on that position itself, left 100 pixel, that means it move 100 pixel towards the right. From here, from this edge, it is 100 pixel. Then z-index is 1, that means it will be the bottommost element, that means the third will stay in the bottom. First div, since it is index 2, it will stay on top of third, and second will maintain its same position. Let's save the content, and if you see, the third div is staying in the bottom. So here you can see the z-index, right? So even though the third div is coming in the last, it is staying in the bottom because of the z-index, right? Now if I give this an index value of 5, this will be on top of all other element, you see. So that's all about the z-index property. Thank you for watching. Bye.